Okay, so welcome back to episode 5 of Steve's Railroad Build. I wanted to go over some track accessories and just a couple of notes before we start with that. Uh, Last time on the locomotives episode, we saw this GP 15-1. Uh, they stopped manufacturing this in 1982, but it's still in service in many railroads. It works in the yards, switching, hauling light loads, and so on and so forth. So in real life, these they have a very long shelf life or a service life. They can be rebuilt, reconfigured, and nothing's usually wasted. Um, I realize that this channel is going to be mostly for young people of most interest to younger people. And I talked about the caboose in the first episode. Now, cabooses were pretty much eliminated in the 1980s. During the steam era and early and mid diesel eras, um, trains would have a crew of five, six, seven, eight people, depending on the situation. Um, the caboose was at the end of the train, and it had a couple purposes. One purpose was it was an observation car. Um, they could get up here in the cupola. They could see the entire length of the train, either from the top or from the side. The other function was crew quarters. You'll see there's a smokestack here. Uh, they had a wood stove or coal-fired stove, and later on, I guess, gas stove. Uh, they would have sleeping quarters, um, a small office space for doing the paperwork, a little kitchen, and even a toilet. Okay, so you don't see them anymore. They're kind of nostalgic, and but there it is, the caboose. Okay, next thing. Uh, Here's a turnout, sometimes called a switch. Okay, uh, the the entire unit is the turnout. Pointer. The entire unit is the turnout, uh, and this is the actual switch. You see there's a switch mechanism underneath there. Can you see that? There you go. And these are called the points. Okay, so on the Bachmann, to switch manually, you just slide this. Okay, you see how that moves. Okay, so the train's going this way, continues this way. If the train's going this way, it's not going to like that, so you have to switch it so the train can continue on. You can back up over these, although they're kind of moody. You want to go really slow, and if your cars are light, they'll probably derail. Um, so anyway, so that's the switch. Here's the re-railer. We talked about this uh, previously. This one's not powered. This would be connected after the switch. So if a wheel got wobbly or there was some kind of little problem with it, it would get back on track this way. Okay. How the switch works comes with this little mechanism here. Little switch back and forth. Okay. Green wire comes out. And you'll see there's a little notch there. So it sits in there nicely. Green wire comes out, goes to the switch mechanism. There it is. That's what it looks like. So there's a little circuit board in there and different contact points. Okay. So green wire goes in here. Don't want to push it too hard. Just make sure it's in there good. And then this one goes in the side. Again, you don't want to force anything, you just want to make sure it's in there good. Okay, so this runs to the switch mechanism, and then this wire here would run to your accessories AC. So this you would hook up lighting and switches. You can put these together so you can have multiple switches at the same time. Okay, and then if you do have multiple switches, you'd run it through a controller, and then from the controller it would be just a wire like this that goes to here. Okay, so that's it for the switches and turnouts. Another accessory here is a crossover. It's not a switch, it's just a crossover. You would use this for a figure 8. You can get these 90 degrees, 45 degrees. I'm not sure what this one is, but you would use it for making a figure 8 in most cases. The new controller, it's an Athern, good quality stuff. You'll see it's quite a bit different than the Bachmann one. It's bigger, heavier, has an on-off switch. The Bachmann one, you just plugged it in and that was it. If there's an overload or short circuit, you'll get a warning light to stop your power. And then of course on the side here, like I said, you've got the AC contacts. So anything, track goes in here, everything else goes into the accessories AC. So that's that. You can get all sorts of things. Here's one. Just cost a few bucks. I can put it on my head. It's got a strap, so I can work hands-free. It's a good bright light for when you're working around the track and with other things, painting, detailing, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so well worth the few bucks it costs. I might have mentioned before too, the dollar store is a great resource for all sorts of things. One of them was this. Cost me about $4. It's made of glass, has angles, grids, sits nicely on the tabletop, and if you get glue on it or whatever, it's pretty easy to clean up. There's also like fabric mats and stuff that are very similar. They're green. You'll see them in other videos. I have one too, but for the time being I've been using this one. The advantage of this is if you're cutting anything, then like with your X-Acto knife or utility knife, then it's not going to damage the surface here. Whereas if you have one of the pad type ones, then yes, it's going to cut through sometimes. Okay, so that's it for this time. Next time, definitely, we're going to be doing some models, and I'm going to show you what we're going to go with. Oh, one more accessory just to show you. A tunnel. Okay, I ordered this. It's okay. You know, I mean, it doesn't really look real. It sort of looks real. I'll probably add some more extra detail into this. And I could even use it for mold for other tunnels that I might want to build. So things like that, yeah, whatever. If you just want a tunnel, you can put it on your layout. Okay, and so next time we're going to be looking at building model. Showed you this before. National Oil Company, HO scale model from Lifelike Trains. So that'll be for next time, and we'll go over some tools and painting supplies and so forth. So thanks again for joining me, and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.